Hello, my name is Tom Kleik. I'm the National Fleet Account Manager for Horton, and today we're at the Horton headquarters in Roseville, Minnesota, and I wanted to show you the differences between the genuine Horton product and some of the will-fit kits that are out there today. So some people have asked me, why would I use Horton Genuine versus a will-fit kit out there? Will-fit kits are typically less expensive, and I wanted to kind of address that today. So if you look at the will-fit kits, one of the main things you can see is the bearings. The will-fit kit has two separate bearings, and these basically have 10 ball bearings on each side, and they require a fan spacer in between them when you put them in the pulley of the fan drive. Horton used to use these bearings, and we actually designed our own bearing with a couple different bearing manufacturers and also our dual source, and it's called a double roll angular contact bearing. You can call it a DRAC bearing, so one big bearing to replace those two. The criteria when we did this is we wanted the highest temp grease in the market, we wanted the highest temp seals in the market, we wanted steel cages, we wanted to put, instead of 10 ball bearings on either side, we wanted to put 14. And we wanted the bearing, if something happened to it, to not come apart. So the worst that would happen is just throw a belt. And we've been able to succeed with that with this DRAC bearing. And it's also a bearing that'll go the distance. It's a 1,000,000-mile bearing. So I always tell a lot of the customers, why would you even take it out of there? When you take it out and actually put something like a will-fit product in it, you're actually downgrading the product. And this product, if you don't watch it, you can, over time, if it wears out and you don't catch it in time, it's making noise, it can come apart and you can cause other damage. So that's one of the main reasons we go with this bearing. The other thing we looked at was the air cartridge. So inside their kit, they have an air cartridge, very similar to Horton's, but we use different material. Horton uses what we call a PEEK material. It's a very hard material. We do that for lung life. So we did test these two together, and we found out that ours lasted 3 times longer in many tests that we've done than the competitor. And competitor basically is just a carbon material, and one way you can test that, you get a piece of paper, a white piece of paper, you can actually draw on the paper with the will-fit cartridge. You try to do that with the Horton cartridge, pretty tough to do because it's a very, very tough material. So that's the other benefit, is the air cartridge and long life. Next, we're going to compare the clutch packs. So the competitive clutch pack, they claim it's 5,000 inch-pounds of torque. Horton has 2,400 inch-pounds. And on the surface, that may seem great that you want more torque, but more is not always better. If you have too much torque, then what happens is this engages instantly, and something has to take up the shock load. And that tends to have a tough time with the belts and the tensioners and things like that. It's very loud as well. I can always tell if a truck has the will-fit clutch pack in it when it's in the yard as it's coming through engaging the fan drive, because the belts are squealing. They came up with that solution when on-off fan drives were overcycling quite a bit, and they were wearing out. The way Horton addressed that is went with a 2-speed, and we also went with variable speed, and that's a much better solution in those applications. And even today, the 2-speeds and the vocation runs really well on vocational trucks because you see a lot of on-off, mostly driven from AC head pressure engagements, and over-the-road trucks really do well with on-off hand drives now, especially with SCR. So that is another feature. The other thing is they require 2 clutch packs to do all applications, where Horton basically has 1. So there's not a dual pilot on this. This has just a 2.56 pilot. They have another kit assembly that has the 5-inch pilot. If you look at Horton, we have a clutch pack assembly that has the 2.56 pilot, and we also offer this in the kit, an extra ring, which gets you to the 5-inch pilot, and then we give you the studs that you thread in, and you use the 5-inch, and then you just come along for the ride. So one kit fits all. So those are the main differences between the Horton Genuine kit and the will-fit kits, and hopefully it's clear why Horton is the better choice. Thanks for watching.